Hello everyone, welcome to this video. So let us now discuss the last measure of dispersion, which is the coefficient of variation, C dot V dot. So this was developed by Carl Pearson, and moreover this is used to compare the variability of two or more series. Now this is important here. So suppose we are given two series and we are to check how much one series is how much is the spread in one series rather than the second series. So we are to judge which among the two is better, right? For that we will see how much the data is scattered for the first series and for the second series. So in the case in which it is less scattered, we'll call that series to be a good series, right? So the series which has less value of coefficient of variation, so this coefficient of variation basically tell you how much is the spread. So if the spread of data is more, so that means that is less good, right? So that means how if the value for this coefficient of variation is less, in that case there would be less spread and the series would be called to be more consistent, and vice versa, if the series has higher values for coefficient of variation, we call that to be less consistent, right? Because the spread would be more. So how can we calculate this spread here? So it is calculated using this formula that you divide the given standard deviation by the corresponding mean and you multiply that by 100. So you obtain a single number here. So let me give you an example. Suppose you are to compare the prices of two shares. One is X share, another is Y share, right? So the data is given to you. So there are some kind of observations. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In total 10 observations. The rate of shares are given to you, suppose, for 10 days. For this X share and for this Y share, right? Now we have to determine which share should I invest in. So for that we'll calculate this coefficient of variation for both the shares. So for that what you require to calculate the mean for first share, the mean for second share, and then the standard deviation for first share, and then the standard deviation for second share. So the mean is easily calculated by taking the sum of first quantity divided by the total number, which comes out to be 44.8. Similarly for the second, that comes out to be 94.5. And you can also calculate the standard deviation. This you already know how to calculate. So you have these numbers. So the next task is to calculate the coefficient of variation. So how do you calculate this coefficient? You just divide that particular thing, the mean, by the corresponding standard deviation, and the mean for share Y by the corresponding standard deviation into 100. So once you do that, for first share the coefficient of variation comes out to be 7.25% and for the second share, for the Y share, it came out to be 3.03%. So that means here the value is less. If the value is less, the spread is less, right? The value is less, the spread is less. If the spread is less, we say this is more consistent. If this is more consistent, so I'll go and invest my money for this share Y. Now this is this you already know. For the given share, how can you calculate the variations dx square? For the given share Y, how can you calculate these deviations? So this is very simple, right? This is a part for the standard deviation, calculation of standard deviation. The values this one and this one is obtained from the tables. Okay. So at the end we conclude that because the coefficient of variation is less for the share Y, therefore share Y is more stable in price and therefore one should go for this particular share. Well, that is it for this video. I hope this concept of measures of dispersion is clear to you. Well, we'll meet next time. Thank you for watching.